Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another Boruto and Naruto Next Generation discussion. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a Boruto fan theory that was submitted to me by one of my patrons over on the Naruto Explain Patreon Discord server that I thought would be a really good topic to bring up to the larger community to discuss in a video, which is they have a pretty wild Boruto fan theory that would make Kawaki just downright devious if he pulled this off, which is basically they have suggested after the time skip, Kawaki comes out not only as a jonin, but also the jonin squad leader to Himawari's team. Now, upon first glance, my first knee-jerk reaction to this is probably what some of you guys might be saying right now, which is that, like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense narratively, but then I gave it some thought, and I remember one key detail about that Kawaki and Himawari anime arc and just their relationship in general, which is that when Boruto's manga took a break last summer, Ikimoto was the one who was picking the fan designs for the academy students in Himawari's class, retouching the designs for the anime and redesigning Himawari into a ninja outfit and giving Kawaki an updated design for when he's walking around Konoha and attending the academy in that sleeveless long-tailed jacket that Kawaki wore. We know Ikimoto is aware of those characters because he picked them and he hand drew them and the events of that arc because it's something that Ikimoto helped with. And we also know that Himawari in the manga is on the same path that she is on in the anime, which is that as of right now, Himawari has not made up her mind as if she's going to become a shinobi or not. The last time we saw Himawari even speaking about becoming a ninja was her asking Hinata if she chose to become a ninja to help out Boruto, if it would make Hinata worry more. And based off of what we've seen, we know that Himawari is aware of Boruto dying at the hands of Kawaki. We've seen in the anime she isn't above hiding behind corners to listen in on conversations she shouldn't be hearing, and in the manga she was shown doing the same thing when Hinata had that emotional breakdown where she told Boruto that she didn't want him to die again. Himawari knowing about this means that when the Shinjutsu took effect, her mind now believes that Kawaki's her naturally born brother and Boruto is the adopted brother who she bonded with, who tried to kill Kawaki, which means that the level of betrayal she's going to feel is going to shoot up, even more so because everyone, including her, thinks that Boruto killed Naruto and Hinata. All signs point towards Himawari becoming a ninja when we get out of the time skip, and the way she was shown coming back to the house to see the shattered glass and the Hokage guards all trying to scramble to figure out what happened, those vibes, they aren't too dissimilar to Sasuke being shocked down to his core when he returned to Uchiha compound. The only thing missing from all of this right here was the moment when Himawari learned that it's actually her brother, albeit someone she thinks is her adopted brother, who is actually behind this. We didn't get that scene, but it's probably something we're going to see in the post-time skip era. Now, the groundwork is there for the story to explore this, and it would add some much needed depth to Himawari's character, and assuming we get a 2.5-year time skip like how Naruto's manga did at the end of Naruto Part 1 and jumping into Part 2, which takes place in Volume 28, or we get a full 3-year time skip, that would mean Himawari would be 13 going on 14 since she's only 2 years younger than Boruto and Sarada. That brings me to Kawaki. We know that Kawaki doesn't care about the way that shinobi do things. They actually detest it. However, the problem for Kawaki is the mess that he's ironically created for himself. Kawaki has everyone believing that he's not only Naruto's son, but he's also the genius grandson of the 4th Hokage, and he's also the son of Hinata, a very important member of one of Konoha's 4 noble clans. Kawaki is ninja royalty inside of Konoha when you factor all that in, and because he's pretending to be someone who has different values than himself, he's going to be forced to buy into the lie of something that he himself doesn't care for. That's ultimately the problem with telling a lie or leading people to believe a lie. You're forced to commit to the lie and you have to buy in all the way, or else that lie is going to blow up in your face, on top of the pressure that you place yourself under with said lie, because as more time goes on, the pressure to maintain that lie either begins to weigh in on you, or it gets to a point where the lie becomes the truth because you start to believe it yourself, which is scary because at that point you can't see where the lines are actually blurred between reality and illusion, where you begin and where the lie ends, which means to a degree you don't even know who you are yourself anymore. By pretending to be Naruto's son, even if he doesn't aspire to be Hokage, there are plenty of people who will be expecting Boruto by that point in time to have risen to the rank of jonin, which means those expectations, they're on to Kawaki right now. Coming out the academy, Boruto already had the skill level of a chunin, and by the chunin exams, he's confirmed to have had the striking power of a jonin. The only thing he was missing was a clear direction as a ninja, and he was missing the maturity aspect, both of which are needed in order to build on Boruto's natural talent as a shinobi. However, that's the beauty of Boruto Part 1. Something people who read Boruto with their eyes closed and still say the tired lines that Boruto's an ungrateful brat who doesn't train. This is the beauty of what those people don't understand, but even someone as stupid as Academy student Naruto could actually comprehend, even when you don't use more than 2 syllables in a sentence, which is that Boruto's experiences from the Mujina Bandits arc all the way up until the moment he told Kawaki to kill him, they all shaped him into a ninja with the mindset worthy of becoming a chunin and eventually a jonin, which bodes a problem for Kawaki, which we'll explain short. Boruto, prior to that, he could scream until he was blue in the face that he wanted to become a shinobi like Sasuke, but the truth was that he could say that all he wanted, but he didn't truly understand what that meant until he was placed in a situation where he needed to give his own life for the sake of the village. That's why Sasuke rewarded him permanently with the headband that Naruto kept for Sasuke all those years, because Boruto finally understood it and was proving to be the successor to Sasuke's ninja way. This is something that Kawaki is gonna have to have a reckoning with, and it's a major problem for him. How can you pretend to be someone on such a clear path of the shinobi when you yourself don't even understand shinobi culture? You don't even respect it. Kawaki looks down upon it. He doesn't respect shinobi or their ways outside of his obsession with Naruto, which is ironic because it shows a lack of understanding of what the Hokage truly is outside of just being the strongest ninja in the village and the leader of a ninja village. And the irony is that Kawaki is obsessed with Naruto. It doesn't truly understand the depth to the significance of the very title Naruto holds. Kawaki is going to have to walk that blurred line by pretending to be Boruto, getting the accolades that Boruto would have been expected to earn. And I think this is needed in order for him to come to the realization of the age of the shinobi is over. The anime has already built up Kawaki's character post Ishiki arc to have him see the different sides of the shinobi way and revert back to the ways of Kara, which I did a whole video on called Why Kawaki Betraying Naruto Was Always Destined to Happen. But this situation that Kawaki has placed himself in was also needed in order to give him a glimpse at another life and begin to backdoor build his path to redemption, which I think that just as Boruto realized how much he didn't understand about Kawaki, Kawaki is about to understand there's so much he doesn't understand about Boruto by walking in Boruto's shoes. Like I said in yesterday's video, while there are people saying Boruto is being too naive by clearly having it in his heart that he's going to forgive Kawaki and people wanting Kawaki to pay for what he's done, that won't happen because number one, the need for both of them to break the curse of karma, but also with Boruto being a sequel to Naruto, whose story had a core theme on the understanding of the hearts of others and finding common ground to forgive others, which ironically is something that quite a few people in the fandom don't actually grasp, just given that the hate that can be spewed in the fandom towards various characters, which if that's not you, there's no need to take offense to it. Should be obvious who I'm referring to, but sometimes it's best to throw a disclaimer like Kadarius Toney's agent has to tell teams he's likely not going to play the full season because he's going to be on the injury report. Sometimes the disclaimer is needed so you know what you're getting into, and that's completely fine. However, this is where things get more interesting. By Kawaki being a jonin sensei to Himawari and her team, it literally is setting up a double betrayal, because when the truth comes out, that's going to make Himawari even madder and force her to do that reflection as well. But also the idea of Kawaki being able to turn Boruto's own sister against him is even more devious, and it's actually something that would hurt Boruto even further to his soul. The Shinjutsu, we know it's the audience, and Boruto probably suspects this to be the case, but we know Kawaki didn't intend to make the Shinjutsu happen. He didn't wake up and say, I'm gonna do this. It was a perfect storm and it just fell into place. But once he realized what did happen, he took it and he ran with it, which in of itself is a foul line that you don't cross. However, Kawaki's young, he will make mistakes. That being said, dragging Boruto's own sibling into this and potentially training her up to come after Boruto or even be used as a pawn to get Boruto to come out of hiding is cold-hearted and calculated, and it's honestly something that could work, and it's just cold enough that it could briefly make Boruto think with his emotions and not with his mind, which is going to be that one opening that Kawaki needs in order to drag him out of hiding. I'm going to put this more so in the I'm not sure category, but I think there's just enough here where if it does happen, I don't think we can be shocked. I think we all as a community expect Himawari to become a ninja and mirror Sasuke in the sense that she doesn't know the truth about her brother, but this Kawaki plot twist is one that I think could give Kawaki Dominic Mysterio levels of heat in the Naruto Boruto fandom. But I'm curious to know you guys' thoughts on this. While you think that over, click here to check out these other Naruto Explained videos.